Okay, so on today's episode, I'm just going to share with you what I think microdosing magic mushrooms have done for me over 3 years. Something that I discovered just today. I'm going to share with you. I'm Dr. Dave. This is Microdose U. Stand by.
Enter the world of magic mushrooms with Microdose U.
Okay, welcome back. I really appreciate you being here today. It's going to be a really good episode because here's the story. I was going to record a completely different episode today for you. I was going to do this, but something took place today that I have to talk to you about because I think it's kind of life changing, and I think you need to know about it for your life as well. Before I get into it, real quickly, today, this evening, if you're listening to this when it came out on Wednesday, this evening, 7 p.m. Eastern time, I'm doing a webinar with a guy named Mike. That's all I'm going to share with you as far as who he is. But Mike lived with like a lifetime of trauma, almost his entire life, until enough was enough, and he had to figure out how to take care of this trauma. He couldn't keep going on like this, and he discovered magic mushrooms. And well, I don't want to give too much away because he's got an incredible story. You're going to love his story. But not only that, we're going to go ahead and try to help all of you, all of you who attend the webinar with your questions. And I want you to be there because I know you've had some trauma in your life. I know you have. It's extremely rare that somebody was never traumatized at any time in their life, and even a small bit of trauma can lead to things later in life for sure. I mean, I've discovered that, and maybe you have, but I invite you to be there tonight. It's gonna be great. It's your last shot because if you don't register like now, you're not going to get in, and you will not be able to attend this thing tonight. So it's free. The link is simply microdoseu.com/class. And what else can I say other than it's taking place really soon? And I want you to be there because, again, we're going to be sharing some things with you that are life changing. And I don't know how else to say this, but if you miss this, you're missing something pretty big, pretty big. So uh, let's all join together tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Translate that into whatever time zone you're in, or when you're listening to this. Or now I'm totally confused. Okay, let me share with you why I changed episode midstream. I was literally ready to record a different type of episode, something else I had in mind, something else I had in mind for a while. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer because I had a day today. I had what many people and perhaps I would call a shitty day, like just things like things. A lot went right. Don't get me wrong, but things towards the middle to the end of the day are going crazily wrong. And one of the things is my new website, microdoseu.com, switching over from davidmatter.com, something happened to my podcast feed. And what I found is that if you go onto Apple or Spotify or where you're listening, you're only gonna you're only likely gonna see the latest nine to 10 episodes, 8, 9, 10 episodes. And like you can't go back into my catalog and find an episode. I just had somebody email me. Nice woman a couple days ago said that she was looking for a particular episode and she can't find it. And there's only like 10 episodes up. What's going on? And I'm still trying to figure this out. And it's been stressful. It's been crazy because yeah, I want you to have access to everything. And I've worked really hard on these episodes. I want them to come back. So okay, now and some other crazy things that were going on as well. So I'm taking a sip of tea, guys. I'm not going to edit this one. This is me talking to you in, well, it's not really in real time because you're not hearing it exactly the same time. However, like we're sitting on the sofa together, and if I want to take a sip of tea while you and I are hanging out, I'm going to do that because we deserve to be with each other, right? I'm glad we're together today. So let's just say I had some craziness happen today. And what I want to share with you is that in the past, here's what would have happened. I would have been stressed out, anxious, have to go out for like a 5 mile run to relieve anxiety and stress. I'd be like short tempered with my wife, which that's the worst thing in the world because I never want to do that. And I never, always want to be like super kind. But like in the old days, I would just, everything, it would just stress me out to no end. And I start questioning things about my life. So today, when a lot of crazy things happen, including this whole thing, this unresolved still, and you see, if you're watching me on video, you see me smiling still. So um, I really think magic mushrooms have rewired the circuitry in my brain because I was feeling this because like when I was on the phone with like my tech person and we're trying to figure this whole thing out, I'm thinking, things are really bad, but look, the mountains are over there. The mountains are not changing. The mountains are still there. They're there for me. Look at the blue sky. Look at the green leaves. Look at everything outside. My anxiety is, they're unfazed by that. My anxiety is meaningless in this entire universe. Totally meaningless. I mean, I could get anxious all I want. My blood pressure would go up. I'd just be pissed at everybody. But now I've learned that no, that's not necessary. Everything passes, good and bad. I'm smiling as I'm talking to you. I'm relaxed as I'm talking to you. You and I are on the sofa together. I'm drinking my green tea. I wouldn't be doing this 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I wouldn't even be able to record a podcast episode because I'd be so stressed out that everything was just going wrong that day. I don't know. Is that the way I was wired? But how about you? I guarantee you have like things that go wrong every day. We're all human beings. We all do. Just little things, maybe big sometimes, maybe really big, but maybe sometimes just little to moderate. How do you handle it? Do you get stressed out? Do you get road rage? Do you get angry with other people? I am amazed. The other day, I was changing lanes, and this guy, I've been driving for decades. I know how to drive. This guy felt that he was speeding up in that lane, and he felt like I didn't wouldn't allow him to continue speeding. He got super pissed at me, and uh, he had some road rage. I just ignored him. How bad is his life? How I feel sorry for somebody like that. Somebody that intentionally speeds up so you can't get into a lane, and then once you actually get in, they're really pissed off. Let's think about that. What kind of home is this guy going home to? Not a loving one. Everybody's got their issues. Everybody's got things. Everybody's got anxiety to some extent. To some extent, things happen. If you tell me you never get anxious over something, I don't know. I don't know. But every you've got things going on. But I'm here to say that magic mushrooms truly has changed the way I see everything. I'm exactly the same person. I mean, I don't really look different, although, I have lost some weight. I am healthier. So maybe that's wrong. Maybe I do look better. Maybe I've actually look a little bit younger than I did 3 years ago because I don't have the stresses that I used to have. I don't have these things weighing on me day in and day out that I had when I was in my business, raising a family, doing things I didn't really want to, some things I was doing in my life I didn't necessarily want to be doing, but just went with the program. That leads to a lot of anxiety and stress right there. Living a life that you um, don't necessarily like. It's not your dream life. It's not the life you really want to live. I'm here. I'm thinking between my words because this is like profound stuff with the way my thinking has changed totally. There was something I was just going to share. It came into my mind and it went away that quickly. So it'll come back to me. I promise that. I hope, I hope I'm not boring you because I'm just kind of, just unscripted speaking about the day today and how my outlook on life has totally changed from magic mushrooms. And I may have forgotten to mention, but yours will too. If you just stay on the journey, stay on the path, don't deviate like so many people do. They find excuses to try something different or this or that. And just, before you know it, they're not staying the path. And it doesn't work for them. This will work. You will feel better than you ever have in your entire life. Today, today would have been like a book that a day that I would have like written in the book saying this was a shitty day. But no, looking back, and I'm speaking to you, and looking back, it was a great day. Not only did I learn a lot, but now I get to speak to you about it. What could be better? Okay, I think that's enough for today. I've said what I need to say. I hope you join me tonight if it's still early enough, because you might be listening to this on your way back from work and it's already done. So I hope not. I hope I don't miss you tonight. Okay, it's microdoseu.com/class. Hope I don't miss you. Either way, I will see you either tonight or I'll be back on Friday with something I think it's going to be pretty special for you. I'm Dr. Dave. Microdose U. Love you.